Hmm. What could this be about here? Chilling warning issued on Iranian nuclear sites. Next Auschwitz. Okay. Is Poland getting involved in this, guys? Let's go and see where this video takes us, guys. Because there's some concern in the title here. This is a suggestion via channel member. Let's jump into it.
Some perspective from a significant individual. Say hello to Elisa Wiesel, son of Elie Wiesel, who's with me here in New York. And nice to see you again.
Thank you for having me back.
We were both listening to the president there, talking there on the lawn of the White House. A few headlines now about where the U.S. may or may not fit into this. Politico says the world waits for Trump in Tehran. Also, the Washington Post, Trump debates bombing Iran and pivotal moment for presidency. And you were listening to the president there. How do you see that? Can Israel do this alone?
No, they cannot.
So, President Trump, several months after my father passed on Holocaust Remembrance Day, made a very important speech where he said, when Israel is threatened with total destruction, we will act. And he made that pledge in a speech invoking my father. Just over a year later, he signed into law the Elie Wiesel Genocide Prevention Act. And now we actually have a genocide on the table. My father never understood why President Roosevelt never bombed the crematoria, never bombed Auschwitz and stopped the killing. And now President Trump has his own decision to make. Those nuclear sites at Fordo, Natanz, etc., they are the next Auschwitz. They have the capability to kill 6 million Jews. And
okay, so this is what they mean by that. Okay.
They are the next Auschwitz. They have the capability to kill 6 million Jews. And you have the genocidal intent of a theocrat who said he wants to be nuclear and wants to be able to do it. I think Israel, if they need to, can do this. They are patient. They are resourceful. Okay. In 1944, 4 young Jewish women smuggled under their fingernails gunpowder. They did it teaspoon of gunpowder by teaspoon, 1 teaspoon a day for 7 months. At the end of that 7 months, they had smuggled into the crematoria enough gunpowder to destroy crematoria number 4 and actually block those crematoria from operating, and they slowed the pace of the killing machine. Israel is patient and resourceful, but this war will end a lot quicker.
Yeah, you don't have the time. Like, you just don't have the time for this. Like, I hear what you're saying here. Great story here, right? But it does not really change the fact that you, in fact, will need the United States of America to basically come with their B2s, with their MOPs to specifically, get deep enough to basically obliterate, let's say, that structure for those specifically. I hear what you're saying. I get it, bro. Patriotism, naturalism, for your country here. We get that. But not this time, guys. All right. The only way that they're going to make it out of this scenario is definitely if we kind of get into this immediately. And I'm not someone who has any interest in starting any type of kerfuffle in this matter at all. I don't think that we should be spending money like that. But for the sake of them, they in fact need us. And that question seems to be, being asked, all over the place, all over the internet these days. But guys, yes, the answer is yes. We're the only ones with the technology to basically get that deep into the earth from the sky, if that makes any sense here, guys. The only other way would be, full-scale invasion, let's say, into the country. But again, I'm not sure that that's going to be the smartest thing in the world at all for that region, because other places are going to start kind of, responding also, let's say. So the only way to get in is for us to come finish this off and basically go back home so we can stop paying for all of this stuff, guys. Okay, we need to get to the point where we can fiscally be removed from another country's issues here, guys. Period.
If President Trump honors that pledge to act at a moment like this and ends those nuclear sites.
You mentioned his speech. Let me take our viewers back. This is April 25th, 2017.
Correct.
Watch here.
This year marks the first day of remembrance since the passing of Elie Wiesel, the kind of gentle spirit of an angel who lived through hell and whose courage still lights the path from darkness. I will always stand with the Jewish people, and I will always stand with our great friend and partner, the State of Israel.
So we wanted to share that. This, however, is not risk-free. I'm certain that you and Israel understands that for the United States.
Of course. Of course, it's not risk-free, but having red lines and then going past them is also not risk-free. When we say that there's going to be a red line on a tyrant gassing their own people in Syria, and then the United States fails to follow through and say, you've crossed a red line, now we're going to do something about it, every tyrant in the world takes comfort from that. Whether it's Putin in Ukraine, all around the world, people take comfort and say the United States is retreating to an isolationist position. It's a free-for-all. Let's do.
Yeah, because we can. Right? I mean, listen, bro. We are one of the many. Well, not many, but we're one of the ones who absolutely can go back to an isolationist type of scenario here. We generally don't need much that's outside of the United States of America. Generally, we're moderately self-sustaining here. Not so much as we once were before, China, basically, but we once were very, much so able to kind of sustain ourselves exclusively. And I do think that we need to get back to that point specifically. But guys, none of this affects us. Not really, guys, not really. Obviously, Iran getting some type of nuclear that has the ability to touch us, let's say. But other than that, none of the things that are happening on that side of the planet really affect us at all, unless we're referring to like, oil and gas lines not being able to reach us any longer. But other than that, guys,
do what we want. So there is also tremendous risk
way.
When countless presidents have now said there will never be a nuclear Iran, and then they don't do what's needed to make sure that never happens. So the risk cuts both ways.
Okay. There's a lot of breaking news today, but I appreciate you coming in and getting your perspective.
All right, guys. All right. I'm still definitely not down for like any of this stuff, right? I just understand this here. I hear this and I'm just like, why are we doing this, guys? But at the end of the day, we have to, right? And that's the sad part about this. At the end of the day, we have to, and there are going to be people that lose their lives, and generally these are going to be people who don't even like the regime that's basically lording over them, specifically in Iran, guys. The people are not the regime, right? Like, on a serious note here, guys, they're not. That's not them, bro. Like, I just don't like the concept of loss of life unnecessarily, guys. I'm just not a super fan of it. Hopefully many of you guys are not like specifically war hawks that just want to, obliterate things for the sake of obliterating things. I think human life is a lot more important than, words being said. But again, but we have a guy, right, in a country that is attempting to build some type of nuclear device that is looking to absolutely, wipe another country off of the map, guys, right? That's a big deal, right? That's a big deal. But I definitely wish that if we were going to be brought into it, we would have had a moderate say, let's say, in the preemptive strike onto another sovereign nation, guys. Just a thought here. Okay, just a thought. But all right, listen, guys, let me know in the comments what you guys think. You guys all have an absolutely amazing day. Enjoy your day. Thoroughly. If you guys are new here, please like and subscribe, all right?